The platform, known as OrionCptl, расположенная на домене orioncptl.com, presents itself as a global broker offering direct access to financial markets, flexible trading conditions, and full compliance with international standards. At first glance, the site creates an impression of solidity with its polished black and orange design, long compliance statements, and carefully crafted terminology about liquidity, instant execution, and advanced trading tools. But once the surface is scratched, the image collapses. The company behind the platform does not exist in any legal registry. The domain was created on the 9th of September 2025. There is no license from any regulator, and every important detail that a real broker must disclose is either hidden or fabricated. The platform claims to operate under the name OrionCptl Limited, yet no such company is registered in the United Kingdom, the European Union, Australia, or any known offshore jurisdiction. The only contact offered to users is a generic email address, and even that leads to scripted replies from people who refuse to provide their names. A legitimate brokerage company is required to reveal its legal identity, corporate documents, and regulatory affiliations, while here, none of those elements are present. The entire structure is built on anonymity. The domain is protected through Cloudflare, masking the owner's identity, and the hosting arrangement is designed to obscure every technical detail. These characteristics are typical for short-term fraudulent platforms that remain online just long enough to collect deposits before disappearing. Despite this lack of transparency, the site promises direct market access, narrow spreads, low commissions, and leverage reaching 1 to 500. Such parameters are impossible for regulated entities in Europe, the United Kingdom, or Australia, where leverage for retail clients is limited by law and deposit insurance must be supported by actual financial institutions. OrionCptl states that client funds are protected and that withdrawals are processed instantly, but the platform does not publish its withdrawal terms, financial partners, or the names of any liquidity providers. Instead, it repeats vague marketing formulas resembling dozens of other sites that later turned out to be investment traps. One of the platform's main attempts to create credibility is a long anti-money laundering policy posted on one of the internal pages. The document appears serious at first glance, but it contains no reference to a legal entity, no name of a compliance officer, no address, no signature, and no registration details. The text itself is a copy of templates circulating among unregulated investment schemes, intended not to ensure safety, but to imitate the appearance of a professional environment. For a real brokerage firm, AML documentation is legally binding and traceable. Here, it serves only as a decorative backdrop. The advertised trading conditions also reveal the true nature of the project. Deposits begin from $250, and clients are offered leverage of up to 1 to 500, along with supposed deposit protection, instant execution, and personal managers. None of these claims are supported by contractual obligations. The site does not explain how trades are opened, how orders are routed, or where user funds are stored. In many similar fraudulent schemes, the trading interface is nothing more than a simulated dashboard, built to display artificial numbers in order to create an impression of activity and to pressure users into depositing more. User reports found on independent platforms describe the same scenario repeated many times. After the initial deposit, an individual posing as a personal account manager begins urging clients to invest larger sums. When a user attempts to withdraw money, access to the trading account is blocked and support becomes unreachable. Some victims describe being asked to pay invented commissions or taxes before any release of funds, even though no legitimate broker requires such payments. Scam Advisor classifies the domain as high risk and extremely young, while reviews on forums such as TellTrue and TorForex tell identical stories of locked accounts, fake documents, and the complete absence of any regulation. Several well-known signs make it clear that OrionCptl is not a broker, but a financial trap. The domain is extremely recent, the owner is hidden, the company is unregistered, and the leverage offered violates regulatory standards. The legal documents are fabricated, the withdrawal system is opaque, and user complaints appear immediately after the platform begins accepting deposits. The entire project follows the same pattern as dozens of other so-called investment platforms that emerged in recent years, operated briefly, and vanished with client money. Real brokers operate under publicly verifiable licenses. Their companies can be found in official registries, their ownership is transparent, and their financial operations are subject to oversight. OrionCptl meets none of these criteria. It imitates legitimacy, but cannot demonstrate even a minimal level of compliance. There is no compensation fund, no information about segregated accounts, no identities of the executives, and no evidence of real trading activity. For anyone who has already deposited funds, the safest and most urgent step is to stop all communication with the platform, avoid sending additional payments, and initiate a chargeback process through the bank or payment provider. All records, including emails, screenshots, and transaction confirmations, should be preserved as they may be required for the recovery process. Fraudulent brokers often attempt to persuade victims to pay additional fees or taxes, but these demands are merely another phase of the deception. OrionCptl presents itself as a gateway to global markets. Yet its real purpose is to gather deposits while hiding behind anonymity and fabricated promises. A broker without a license is not a broker at all. It is a mechanism designed to extract money from inexperienced investors, offering only illusions in return. In the world of online finance, legitimacy is not measured by polished design or confident wording. It is proven through verifiable regulation and transparent corporate identity. OrionCptl demonstrates neither, making it a clear example of an investment scam that should be avoided by anyone seeking genuine trading opportunities.